Haku Haku. We are deep into spooky season. And as we get to that point where our world is closer to the spirit world, there are a couple of stories that I want to share with you. And so this first one, uh, it has to do with being in my massage room. When I'm in my massage room, I'm really calm. And when I get into that space, it's much easier for me to connect with spirits. And so this particular day, I have this new client on the table, and I watch a woman walk through the wall. Just walk on through. And for me, that was really nothing new. So I remember watching her walk through and me just acknowledge her and say, hello and welcome if you are, a good spirit. But if you're not welcome and you need to leave immediately. And so she came on in and she begins to give me this message for the lady on the table. And I was a little hesitant because I was pretty new at this particular location, and I had previously asked the boss, right? Because this isn't new, mind you. I previously asked her, like, hey, so let's just say, if a spirit came in and wanted me to give somebody a message, like, is that cool? And she was like, do not be doing that. So I was like, okay, noted. So I told the spirit, I am not able to give that message. I'm sorry. You're going to have to find another way to get the message to her. And the spirit, she was very insistent that I offer this message. And so finally, I go ahead and I tell the lady, hey, so there is this woman in the room with us, and she feels like a grandmother. And this is the message that she has to give you. So I gave the message, and the lady on the table was like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear that so bad right now. Now I know exactly what to do. So yes, it was very important for her to receive the message. But like I had told her, I didn't appreciate the way your grandmother forced herself on me. It it basically was disrespecting my boundaries. And so I told her, I felt that if I didn't give you this message, I was going to faint. And the thing is, I'm really afraid to lose my job. I've got like a kid to take care of. And so the lady was very understanding, and she laughed. She goes, yeah, that totally sounds like my grandmother. And I'm sorry for that. And I was like, hey, it's all good as long as, like, please don't rat me out. We're good. So she didn't. She actually gave me a decent sized tip and, showed her gratitude for that message. But at that moment, I was like, you know what? Closing that door, because I don't appreciate, the way that I was disrespected, that I said no and you said yes, and I don't do that. And that was my first and last time I ever experienced something like that. It wasn't a bad person. It was just somebody who really felt the importance of this message coming through. So I did close my door to that for a little while, but I realized, like, you know what? I'm not talking to my loved ones anymore. Like, I'm not hearing from them. I'm not seeing them. And I don't like that. So I began to open myself up a little bit more. But I acknowledged that I went a good minute without making that connection. And it is almost like starting from the beginning. You have to exercise to get yourself to that strong place. So I just let it be for a little while. But I remember after I opened back up, it takes me into my next story. So come back to the next video and I'll share that with you. Thanks for tuning in.